card is not expired. Your checker is a liar. I'm tired of explaining this and now I want her fired. I will not wear a mask. I have a doctor's pass. I am within my legal rights. You're not allowed to ask. What did you just say to me? I've been shopping here since before it was a store. Nobody here speaks English. Maybe put that on the door. I need to see the manager. The manager now. I need to see the manager. The manager now. I need to see the manager. The manager now. I need to see the manager. The manager now.
Welcome to Talk of the Bay. I am Christine Barrington, and you are listening to a brilliant piece of musical social satire from the local phenomenon garage band musical Karen with a K, a musical temper tantrum, which has been playing and evolving in the little cultural gem called the Corralitos Cultural Center. Now, this show will be playing again in the Corralitos Cultural Center's backyard theater on Saturday, May 31st at 3 p.m. And so I thought we'd give it a shout out for those who have not yet had the pleasure. Now, the titular character, Karen with a K, is a woman stumbling through a very bad day, wearing her self-serving flaws like a gaudy costume tiara, and her current ordeals are conceived in a dozen or so songs. Created and conceived by Laura February Strange, who I have with me here in the studio. Laura, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us, Christine.
Yeah, and the show is put on, performed by Strange Bedfellows, which is a collaboration made up of veteran musicians, Laura February Strange, drummer Scott Kale, bassist Jojo Fox, electric guitar Jack Hansen, correct? And the narrator is Orbrod Darbro.
Yes,
that's a tongue twister. And then the three vocalists who perform as the Karens are a couple of them are going to be here. Right now we have one, Judy Appleby. Judy, thanks so much for joining us here on Talk of the Bay.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, to talk about this great show. And I think Stephanie is going to maybe join us in a little bit.
Yeah, she's in traffic right now. I'm
of
sure
course
she's
she is.
happy.
Well, I hope she's listening. She did a phenomenal job on the show. And so Laura Wallace Bain has called your show not a play, not a rock band, and not improv sketch, but a rather unholy hybrid of all three. And what I call it is lip-biting fun. You know, and it's clever, the music is tight, and it's laugh out loud funny. And it's also quite collaborative, but I wanted to bring you in here. We want to talk up the show, but I am really curious. How did this marvelous piece come about? What inspired it? How did it begin?
I think it was a pandemic piece. So during about 2020, during that year sometime, Scott Kale and I were, Scott had a little, at the Corralitos Cultural Center, he had a little show that he was putting together, a streaming show every week. So, but it came out of boredom, I think. We were trying to make each other laugh, and we were talking about the Karen phenomenon, and we said, wouldn't it be fun to just get a band and call them the Karens, and get out there and play a bunch of punk rock and see how that goes. And I started writing songs with that in mind, and it just took on more of a rock opera thing. So I decided to make a rock opera. So I looked at all these rock operas, Jesus Christ Superstar and Tommy and all these things, and that I love. I love that old overwrought dramedy and music and things. So wrote it as a rock opera, and then we went into the studio and we were starting to record it, and I wanted to get some of the voices voiced by some of the good, wonderful singers that I knew. I went and I got a hold of Judy one afternoon. I said, I've got this project going, and I was wondering if you would come in and sing on the on the recording. And she thought I was nuts. Everybody kind of thought I was nuts, but I kind of am. So anyway, we were. I followed the same thing kind of with Bonnie, who was one of my close friends, and Stephanie, who's my singing partner from probably about 10 or 12 years now, and everybody was eager to go ahead and do it. And it has been collaboration from them. It's just or from there, and we just you never know what it's going to become. Once in a while I'll put my foot down when things start getting away from my vision, but everybody's used to me by now. They know how to sweet talk me into getting things back.
Well, since Judy's here, Judy, you're one of the Karens. There's the three Karens. They're really interesting because the first one you meet is Judy's character, and that would be maybe the Karen that we all like to have
That
in our
is
mind,
kind of-
right? Or kind of a right-winger. And then we get to meet these other Karens, and you cover the gamut, which we're going to get to that. But since, Judy, you're the first Karen we meet on stage, you're here in the studio. Thanks for joining us. Laura said everybody thought she was crazy. Did you think she was crazy, or did you think it was pretty cool?
I didn't think she was real crazy. Maybe a little crazy. I mean, it was 2020. It was during the pandemic. She came over with her guitar to my house. We were probably wearing masks. I don't remember now. But she sat in my living room. She played this music, and it was hard for me at first to really visualize or how this was going to turn out. You know, Laura's sitting there with her guitar with this music, and I knew it was good, but it was hard for me to see what it was going to become. And then I got a hold of her a couple months later, maybe, or a few weeks, and said, "So what's going on? What are we doing? Let's do it." I was excited about it. It's been a really fun, exciting project, and I'm just so grateful she came to me, and I put aside the craziness of it and did it. Here we are.
And so playing a Karen, I just want to ask, how is this? I know it's a lot of fun and it's playful, but this has also been a rather serious meme in our culture for a reason. And I'm wondering, is there any insight you've gained into that phenomenon by playing a Karen?
Yes, I have realized, as many of my friends have realized, that there's a little bit of Karen in all of us.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, and if
It's
I'm
so
unhappy somewhere, I am very hesitant. I don't ask for a manager because I don't want to be a Karen, but I used to ask for a manager. Hopefully not as often as my character would. But
I've been noticing the same thing when I was watching it, and I was like, okay, listeners, you can't see my hands at my mouth, like, oh my gosh, I could be like that. And so I thought it was kind of brilliant. Tell me, Laura, is that how you conceived of it? Or does really seeing that there's a bit of Karen in all of us and wanting to cover all the bases?
Well, yeah, I'm glad that there's a little bit of Karen in all of us, because I'm probably the biggest Karen of anybody, and so when I was writing these things, a lot of it is just getting within my own angst. I'm driving around in the car and I'm coming up with these lyrics, which I can't repeat.
I tell you, the number when all three are on stage and they're the crossing guards, which we can't.
I can't
we can't sing that.
It.
Everyone, I want you all to see just that number. If nothing, you got to go see the show, May 31st.
Yeah. Hopefully, people will learn the songs and learn to sing along in their car, because that's a great song for being able to get your anger out while you're behind the wheel.
Yeah. And we, our second Karen, Stephanie, just walked into the studio, and what really blew my mind was, we meet this first Karen who's a trumper, and we think we've got it covered, and then this other Karen comes out, and I'm like, well, dang, she's talking about all the things I value and the environment and Biden, and I'm like, how is she going to be a Karen? But she is. Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Stephanie Madrigal. What a perfect name for a singer. And you're going to pop on those headphones if the cord is long enough.
Yep.
We opened with the song I Want to See the Manager, and we've talked a bit about how the show is conceived. And Laura was saying that when she first approached her friends to do the show, they thought maybe she was kind of crazy. Did you think she was kind of crazy? What did you think when you first were exposed?
I was kind of on your side. I thought it'd be a really cool idea, right?
Oh, Stephanie and I, she does. I'm not taking her by surprise. She knows.
I've been with Laura a long time, so
you rolled with it.
Musical, duo, and wasn't out of character for Laura. I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Well, to continue to integrate you here into the show, I want to just pounce and just ask you right away. Sure. What do you think about your Karen character, and how has playing a Karen, has it impacted you or changed you at all?
Well, I'm the lush Karen, and so I've had to do a lot of research on that, and I have to drink a lot during the show.
She is also Karen the woke.
Yes, she's the woke Karen.
Yeah, the woke Karen.
Very woke.
There are woke Karens.
Which I kind of embody that part of her. So, and I like my character. I think she's fun, and I walk around getting more drunk as the show goes on. So if I mess up, it's part of my routine, and I feel like I'm a little. it's a little easier for me in that regard.
Perfect. Well, in case you just tuned in, you are listening to KSQD in Santa Cruz, 90.7 here in Santa Cruz, 89.7 in the Monterey region. We have here in the studio Laura February Strange, the creator of the musical Karen with a K, a musical temper tantrum. I love that. And when I thought of it, I thought, wow, this is probably how Hedwig and the Angry Inch started, and I bet a lot of people say that to you.
I haven't heard the Hedwig one. I know
okay.
I'm aware of Hedwig, but that it definitely fits that vibe.
It started all organic and grew, and people loved it. And so since we have not only 3 musicians here in the studio, we have a guitar guest as well. And Laura, what song are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing Karen with a K. It's the song that I first wrote, and it's kind of Karen's backstory.
Sweet.
So
let's do it.
Okay.
Karen with a K. Here we go.
Born right here, doesn't handle change well. Like it or not, though, nothing stays the same. Well, when she was young, she'll say, people knew their place. The world today, she'll say, is an absolute disgrace. She's the arbiter of culture. She's a sunburned turkey vulture, perched upon her soapbox glaring, claiming every word needs sharing. She's society's biggest victim, pudgy red-faced thin-skinned infant, always bawling off and swearing. She's judgmental and unsparing. Call her Karen with a K, K, K. Has shifted underneath her feet. Every single dollar lifted still can't make ends meet. Her walls are caving in, she's become unglued. And if you cross her path, she'll take it out on you. She's the product of a culture that has misled and indulged her. Now when we need distraction, shaming her brings satisfaction. She's society's reflection, narrow-minded imperfection, bitter brash and overbearing. Call her Karen, 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 with a K, K, K.
yeah, that's a chorus.
Everybody hears her calling. Here's a battle cry of blaring. Call me Karen.
Karen.
With a K, K, K. Karen. Call me Karen. Call me Karen. With a K, K, K.
Fabulous. That's Karen with K, folks. That is a fabulous musical that's going to be playing again at the Corralitos Cultural Center May 31st, 3 p.m. in their backyard stage. And it's a really wonderful venue to experience.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you're nodding. Want to tell us what it's like if we go see your show?
I mean, it's a fun little spot. It's quiet, and it's got a lot of shade. It's got a really pretty backwood stage. They've spent a lot of time and effort on getting this spot just really nice. And they put chairs out for you with umbrellas, and they, serve beverages. And yeah, it's just a really sweet little spot. I wish they'd do more music there.
It's a special place. I mean, maybe we could give a little shout out to the Corralitos Cultural Center. It's way out on Hames Road, and they do open mic events there very regularly.
They do Friday night open mics, and that's been going on for probably 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. My goodness, it passes pretty quickly.
And a lot of great musicians come out.
A lot of great musicians. They do have, the venue does get rented out sometimes for independent things, but it's about the indoor venue is about a 50-seat venue.
It's very intimate, and I got to say, I've never been there before. I came special for the show because Ben really was like, "You've got to see it," and he was right. But we drove up, and I got to tell you, from the outside, I'm like, I don't know about this, and then you walk inside, and it is a space that is truly loved. It's everybody's smiling, big smiles. Yeah. And so Rock On, Corralitos Cultural Center, which has played a part in the development of the show, and most of the times it's where you perform it, although last year you did one at Kummbwa Jazz.
Yes, we did. And we would like to bring it someplace closer to Santa Cruz so that people from the west side will actually come.
Right.
People don't generally
don't venture out very
cross
far.
Over. Yeah, 41st Avenue is a line of demarcation.
And we're going to be back at the Kummbwa in September.
In
September.
September 13th. It's
good, okay.
Yeah, and that'll be a...
so if you're hearing and you're like, Corralitos is just too far away, mark your calendars for September... something at the Kummbwa.
September 13th.
September 13th.
And it's really not that far away. Everybody thinks it's so far. It's only like a 15, 20
it's
minute
the traffic.
drive. Yeah.
It's the traffic.
It isn't far.
It's just that traffic that's got everybody staying
Spooked.
close to home.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Andy Furman, I used to see Andy. I'd go stop by MJA a lot. And I don't do it much anymore.
Right. We're all getting stuck because they won't give us a rail system. Not that I'm biased.
Oh my God!
We won't get into that right now.
We
won't.
We
would get along well.
That is another story. I did a whole series on the rail trail, and let me tell you, that is another story. So again, if you've just tuned in, you are listening to KSQD, Santa Cruz, and in Monterey, we're at 89.7 there in the South Bay, 90.7 here, and I have Laura February Strange, the creator of Karen with a K, a musical temper tantrum. And it's all about the Karen phenomenon. It's really funny. And you had some numbers. I tell you, the variety of the numbers was very impressive. You had this hip-hop number, and it's so good. And folks, there's no recording of it that I could find. And if you want to hear this rockin' hip-hop number with the three Karens going at it, and maybe you'll get a little flirtation if you sit in one of the aisles like my friend did.
Great thing about that hip hop number, we have absolutely no business doing hip hop.
No.
I mean, and that's
What do you mean?
that's what really makes it great. I mean, the three Karens doing hip hop is just so absurd.
Speak for yourself, Laura.
I'm getting the feeling you like that number.
I love that number, and we all love that number. But yeah,
bet
it's
you love
definitely
it, yeah.
uncaring
Oh, yeah,
of us.
yeah.
But that's what makes it great.
It is brilliant. And Stephanie, is there one number that you might really, really love to perform the most, or how do you?
Gosh, I mean, I'd say that one. That one is really the one I really
Super fun.
get into. Yeah,
Judy's nodding her head.
Yeah,
to it,
managers is a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and we, Bonnie couldn't be here today because she's
Oh my
she's
gosh.
got a cold, but man, she's hilarious in that number.
She is hilarious. Yeah,
She is so funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that great song "Gone Viral." I think that's what
Yes.
it's called,
Yeah.
where she gets out of hand on the plane and somebody films her and it just ruins her life. And that's one of those instances where everybody's like, "Yeah, you deserved it." But so. Tell me, I understand that, I read, you can confirm this, that you think of this along the lines of like Beach Blanket Babylon, where it's always changing and responding to what's happening in the culture and sort of local trivia and issues.
That's true.
Tell us about how it's changed since you started.
Boy, it's well, when we first started, the pandemic was a big thing. So just the Gone Viral, for instance, had to do with the whole idea of actually that was a Karen throw.
Just a hoax.
Just a hoax, which was a beautiful song we haven't done in a while. But Karen was came out of that. Just a hoax was about the pandemic and things.
Yeah, I heard it on your website.
And we've
that-
we've dropped it because of, and I've added new songs because we're not in the
COVID's so passé.
We're not in the
It's
middle
so
of
passe.
COVID anymore.
Yeah. It's a powerful song, and people, as we were leaving, still giggling out in the parking lot, people were like, "Yeah, I saw it before. It was different. It was really funny that time too." People respond to these changing songs.
Yeah, we just added the bit about the airplane. Karen used to be thrown out of an In-N-Out burger. That was the original. She had
her fries weren't hot enough.
Anyway, that was the original, and then we changed it to Karen gets kicked off a plane.
Right.
And I've had to spend a lot of time looking at Karens over the last 5 years, and I've seen them all. And the Karens getting kicked off a plane are a lot of fun.
It really is fun.
You
Like,
got-
take them away.
yeah.
And so you did come in with your guitar, and so I don't want us to leave today without hearing another song. What would y'all like to sing?
I'd say Stephanie should do one.
Oh,
Would you?
Yes, I do.
I
do.
agree. I would say
Absolutely,
yeah.
Stephanie.
Okay.
Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome, Karen. Anytime.
All right, this one's called Better Than You. My car is electric. I reuse plastic. I back climate programs that raise my own taxes. And my carbon footprint is minuscule. I'm better than you. I compost my garbage. I recycle scraps. Wear only hemp clothing despite their expense. I do more than my part, so I'm not being crass. I'm better than you. Yes, I am.
she's better than
More centered,
she's better than you.
less weathered.
She's better than you.
And I'm an asset to the planet. Truthful, more rueful, and better looking while I'm at it.
Better than you. She's better than you. She's better than you.
I volunteered Tuesdays at the SPCA. My house is a haven for the cast-offs I've saved. I march the streets in protest with my pussy hat on. I'm better than you. See what I mean? I sponsor poor children in a faraway land. They're so grateful to me for my kind helping hand. My screenshot is a picture of their home in Sudan. I'm better than you.
She's better than
I'm
you.
brighter than,
She's better than
politer than.
She's better than you.
And if we're really being candid, I'm nicer and wiser. But you're too dumb to understand
Better
it.
than you. She's better than you. She's better than you. And
Just think of the children, the world we will leave, if all people were just like me.
That's woke Karen. Woke Karen.
Woke.
Indeed, very, very woke. And oh so familiar. And again, I just appreciate that nuance. And while many of us can feel a lot of animosities toward the Karens of the world, one of the songs you wrote is somebody's daughter. So that brings in this, like, you know, compassion, right?
Yeah.
This person we're so irritated with is somebody's daughter,
Yeah.
lovable at some level. Where did that come from?
well, it was you
Why,
know, it's
why
obvious
why
that,
make us think about their goodness when we're having so much fun disliking them?
No, I think it really it makes a good moment there, and you know, people really, that's when people realize that I'm not just making fun, or it's not mean-spirited.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not mean-spirited.
Yeah.
And really, I do feel like I'm as much to blame as anybody for being a Karen. Well, not as much as anybody. I back myself off, but I've got her right inside all the time. Just you have to suppress it.
It's true. I don't want to admit it, but
and everybody, everybody came from somewhere,
yeah.
and you know that they're loved by somebody. You know, a lot of us, at least most of us, have connections that everybody had a mother.
Everybody had a mother, and so. Since this is it's rich, it's nuanced, it's creative, it's musically tight, people. It's one of the funnest things was watching each of the musicians, the guitarist, amazing, the bassist, Jack Cale.
No, Jack Hansen.
Jack Hansen.
Jack Hansen,
Yes.
okay, is the guitarist, and JoJo is the
JoJo
bass.
Fox on bass and Scott Cale on drums and
Cale on drums.
vocals.
Yeah, it was so fun watching each of the musicians. They're just so accomplished, and now, okay, bunny hopping back to that. This is an evolving show. You've got one coming up at Kummbwa in September. Are you working on some new numbers?
Oh yeah.
Any previews?
Not right now.
Not singing, but theme-wise.
Oh, let's see.
Frenemies.
Yeah, we have one song, a new song called "Frenemies." It's like our little kumbaya moment of we'll see what it becomes.
Okay. Will that be in May or not until September?
We played it last night, but we've got to practice tonight, and
Okay.
I'm going to see if the band can snap to it, or you know, it's great to give these things a little time to work out.
Yeah.
You know, I come in and a lot of my things are going to sound pretty much the same when written on acoustic guitar and things, and then come in and try and get the other band members to put parts in and
Right.
that screw with it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm all
it's a
for
lot. It's a lot of work to pull over that synchronization of all those instruments. Yes,
And we're
Judy?
bringing back our ode to Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Oh, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's
who is still relevant, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Unfortunately still
some of the
relevant.
stuff that's still relevant is disturbing.
sadly,
I mean,
and it might be for a while. And as we draw to a close, I want to say that art is one of the ways that we express our response to what's going on, and often uplift our hearts to keep going when times are tough.
Well, everybody's come out with a smile on their face.
That's right, everybody,
And it's
yeah.
not like everybody's coming out with their pitchforks and everything and saying, "Yeah, let's go get them." No, they're coming out feeling better.
Yes. So, folks, if you want to feel good, laugh, and enjoy some terrific music and great performances, please travel over to the Corralitos Cultural Center Saturday, May 31st, 3 p.m. It's in their backstage theater, right? That backyard theater.
Backyard theater.
Really, really wonderful. So while we transition to our next show, which we're going to be talking art with the fabulous Janet Silverglate and of the San Lorenzo Valley Art Tour, and Melissa Kreisa, the founder and owner of MK Contemporary. They've got some amazing shows coming. But while we transition, we're going to play one more song from Karen with a K, a musical temper tantrum. This song is called Colorblind. What a great song. I wanted to get into that whole discussion because we'll just say, you want to give me like a couple of sentences about this song, Colorblind? Because I'll tell you, I knew this diversity trainer, a woman from Oakland. We were at an Esalen event and somebody said, you guys need to do something about diversity. And she said, Christina, let me tell you how this is going to go. We're going to say, what race do you identify with? And there are going to be all these Karens that get into the middle of the circle and say, I'm colorblind. I'm a rainbow person. I don't see any difference. And so I thought the song was so brilliant.
I don't think there's any of us who can be completely unbiased.
No way.
There's just no way. And I don't know. That's all I can say. I think it's self-explanatory.
Okay, Laura, February Strange, the song Colorblind. And who's singing? Which one of the Karens?
Let's see. Did I sing this?
Or is it
You or Scott?
I think I sang
might
it on
be
the
you, yeah.
I sang it on the recording.
All right.
The recording's been a while now.
It has. All right, here we go. Colorblind.
Thanks, Christine.
You bet.
Thank you.
My folks taught me right to stand up for myself and fight for my heritage and my pride, for all values. We worship our own Christ. My neighborhood is safe at night. It's not colorful, but it's comfortable. And to keep it like this, we'll fight. We're preserving our birthright. There's not a racist bone in me. I'm colorblind. Black, white, yellow, or green look the same in my eyes. Oh no, there ain't no racist bone. I can't be racist, see. I'm colorblind. I look out for my own kind, 'cause I know they have my back is all. Close your eyes, it's frightening when everything goes black is all. And I hear that in the cities they finally lit the fuse. The left is bankroll gangs of thugs, and they've turned those vermin loose. But you won't hear it on your news. There's not a racist bone in me. I'm colorblind. Black, white, yellow, or green look the same in my eyes. Oh no, there ain't no racist bone. No one's less racist than me. Oh no, there ain't no racist bone. I can't be racist, see? I'm colorblind. My folks taught me right to stand up for myself and fight